Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy VI on the Game Boy Advance. We are in the world of Ruin now. The world has changed for the worse thanks to Kefka and his evil deeds, his lust for power, his insanity perhaps. And so we find ourselves controlling just Celis. You, in Final Fantasy IV, you go through and Cecil is the main character, right? It's very clear he's the main character because he's the only character you control throughout the entirety of the game. And then you play Final Fantasy V, and it goes back to sort of just this core cast of 4 or 5 characters, where there's no single main character. Bart's sort of, but not really. And then we go into 6, and you'd expect it to be a bit like 4, but there's really no main character in 6. The closest one that people could really argue is Terra. But you find yourselves here in the world of Ruin. And you start with Celis, and we're going to be going around to try and find out all of our old friends, our old allies, to reform our group. But, Terra, who you thought was a main character, is actually optional, I'm pretty sure. There's only 2, I believe, that we have to find in order to finish the game, because there's just no way, without glitching, I just don't think you could find them. You could avoid finding them and still beat the game. But Terra, I do not believe, is mandatory to finish the game with. You don't need her in your party to win. Now, most of the time people will get her, but it's sort of interesting. Who you thought was the main character is sort of... I mean, if she really was the main character, we'd start off in the world of Ruin with just Terra, but we find ourselves with Celis instead. Anyways, just a minor point, I suppose. So we're on a solitary island with Celis, as well as with Granddad Cid, who is hungry and ill. And so it's up to Celis to save him. So we do this by catching fish. He's going to get a big diet of fish because that's all there is to eat. I've succeeded in this process and I've failed in this process. Some people actually prefer that you do fail. They think it's more important for Celis as a character if Cid does die. I guess I'll try my best to keep him alive, just because, to just give up doesn't seem like in Celis' character either. So I'll try my best to keep him alive. Sometimes that's not always how, it doesn't always work, because it can be a little tricky. There is an RNG element, I think. So I'll talk about whichever one I don't get. But basically, every second that we're in that location there, right below me, every second that we're in there, his, HP bar goes down by 1. And so we need to be very quick with getting him fish, but there's different kinds of fish. There's really good fish that really restores HP, and there's bad fish that actually decreases HP. And then there's middle of the road fish, which even if we catch those, that's bad because the time it takes to get them and bring them back and blah, blah, blah. We need to catch the best fish, which are the fastest fish. So we're only going for the really fast fish. So we'll see how it goes. I'm only going to give this one go. I'm not going to reload or anything like that. We'll just accept what happens. Alright, so that seems like a pretty fast fish. So you grab that, you run up here, and you give it to him. Granddad, here's a fish, eat up. Thank you. I just can't seem to shake this thing. Okay. And I'm pretty sure you can only catch and hold one fish at a time. Now, if there's only one fish here, it might be better off to just refresh the screen. Because the extra time that it takes to give him this crappy fish, which, you know, the fish that restore a little bit and hurt a little bit both move at the same speed. So you could be hurting him. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep him alive. I've already wasted way too much time, and I'm getting really shitty luck. I don't even know if this is how you refresh it. Okay, that seems kind of fucky. I think the game wants me to show you the death result. Oh yeah, there's no fish. The fish have moved on, Sid. I'm sorry, my man. Basically, if we go in there and he's already laying in the bed, he's dead. But my God, I've never seen that. I've never had this few fish ever. So this is a playthrough of first. Look at that. There's no fucking fish. He's dead. He's a dead man. Alright, well, the game made my choice for me as to what to show you. Look at this. There's no fish. Nature wants you fucking dead, Sid. I mean, I'll talk to him, but you mustn't lose hope. There we go. We got some fish. None are very fast, though. Especially that slow one. That'll kill him immediately. Here you go. Eat this shitty fish. Yeah, he's gonna die. I can't recoup this. He's a dead man. Even with this fast fish right here. Based, like, what he says each time is an indicator of how well he's doing. If basically you can judge it by how much he's coughing. If he's not coughing at all, you're doing really well. Oh, sorry, Sid, I took your bed. Okay, he is improving. So maybe if we keep getting fast fish now, we could make it work. It has such little relevance to anything that it's almost not worth trying that hard, but he is getting better. We're giving him the good stuff. But he has like 250 HP. So we've got to bring a lot of fish back because each one restores like 16 according to the walkthrough. And remember, it's going down constantly. And there, if we feed him that, he'll just die. So I think we're better off like resetting. Of which I'm not exactly sure how to do it. But we're pretty much just dragging this out at this point. Fuck this fish, man. All right, I'm ready to kill him. Because we're going to go just back and forth, and he's going to get better and worse, and better and worse. All right, let's just fucking kill him. No, still not dead. There, he's dead. Granddad, you have to eat, or What's the matter? Granddad. Sid. No. No! You promised you'd stay here with me. Granddad, answer me. Tell me you're just joking. The other people who were here with us all gave up hope. One after the next, they flung themselves from the northern cliffs in despair. Everyone's gone. Even Locke. There's nothing left for me in this world. So the Super Nintendo version kind of fucked with all that. They changed it into like a leap of joy, which is just ludicrous. But no, she definitely attempted to suicide, which is pretty freaking nuts. For a video game like this, I'm saying. Were you watching over me? Why would you want to help someone like me? I've already given up hope. This bandana. It couldn't be. Hey, little bird, where'd you come from? Is the person who wrapped your wound still alive? Please tell me. It's a bird. He's alive. Locke's alive. Okay, but we have to get off the island. You must leave this island. Somewhere out there, your friends are waiting for you. Go down the stairs by the stove. The road to your freedom awaits. Love, Granddad. And sure enough, we have a raft. I'll make you proud of me, Granddad. I mean, it's not like it's a really complicated, huge raft or anything. It's not like a boat, it's a raft. It's just like logs. There are some trees on the island. There's the house. He's got furniture in there that you could probably put your own raft together if this wasn't there. But it turns out this is not Waterworld, and there is a bunch of other land. As we see the entire mini-map there, there's a lot of land. And so we end up here, next to a town, fortunately. Which is Albrook, which means we're on where the southern continent was. And there are people. Plenty of people. It's a functioning town. Kefka's practically a god now, sitting up in that tower of his with the power of the Warring Triad at his command. Did you see that tower? Yeah, so where Vector was, there's now Kefka's tower. That sparkle in your eye reminds me of the young martial artist who visited here not long ago. He had that same determined look. Interesting. Okay, so we can buy any of the elemental swords, but we already own all 3 of them, so it's not a big deal. Many ancient monsters that had long been sealed away were released when the world was ripped apart. Humbaba, Deathgaze, even the 8 legendary dragons. So it's called Humbaba or Humbaba in this version. In the original Super Nintendo, it was Funbaba. I don't know why they changed it. Can you just get out of my way? Jesus Christ. So this was really the first Final Fantasy game to really go all in on optional content. You know, there are optional things to do in 4 and 5 and 3-ish. But for this one, in this end game, the World of Ruin, there's a lot of optional stuff you can do. Because technically, all you need to do is get 2 more characters, find 2 more characters, and then go to Kefka's Tower and kick his ass. I think that's all you absolutely need to do. But, of course, that would be really lame. And so, there's a lot of interesting, fun, cool things you can do, including getting all your old pals back and some new ones, and kicking a lot of bosses' asses. All sorts of fun stuff. I think as far as I haven't really decided everything what I'm going to show you, but I will show you me retrieving all the characters. I think that's probably important. As for Albrook, there's really nothing here to talk about. There's none of our friends are here. It's really just a nice stop off point before we head out into the wider world. Oh wait, maybe they sell smoke bombs. They do sell smoke bombs, excellent. Alright. So, everybody has probably their own order, for the most part, in which they want to get all the characters back, or at least some of the characters back. I think I try to follow a fairly standard progression here. There's one character here that is optional, but I mean, you got to be doing some sort of challenge run, or you got to really hate him to not grab him. That's my man Sabin. Sabin! Oh, Celis! Let me help you. Wait. If I move, the whole house will collapse. First, save the kid who's inside. I don't think I can hold this up much longer. You gotta hurry. Urgh. So yes, he's holding up a building for 6 minutes. He is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So, yeah, these scorpions are your main problem here, because I believe they can petrify you, which is why I bought the petrification ring. Other than that, we're just going to use smoke bombs, and we should have no problem getting through here in time. Oh, that was a mistake. Should have known about that. We got 4 Nightwalkers. And I don't have an Esper equipped. And all we got are Blizzards. What I get for neglecting Celis. Oof. Perfect. And we don't get anything for it. Of course. Of course. He's holding up the building. Look at this building. Just incredible. I'm scared. Don't worry, you're safe now. Great. Going out of my way for treasure. But we got smoke bombs. Blood sword, baby. Blood sword. What was the other one I wanted? Oh, that one. The Holy Rod. Sounds pretty good. And we got plenty of time to... I could pick up every chest in here. Really, I only skipped the tincture, the ether, I mean, and the hyper wrist. Or the Gigas glove, or whatever the hell they're calling it. I think it is the hyper wrist. Took you long enough. Like, yeah, he was holding up the entire building from collapsing. How does that work? Sabin, you're alive. Of course I am. Did you think a little thing like the end of the world was going to do me in? I'd given up hope. Thought everyone else had died, but I was wrong. I'm sure we're not the only ones. We need to find everyone. And then... smash Kefka. Deliver peace unto the world. Alright, count me in. Alright, and so we have 2. And then there were 2. So we're going to give him a Genji glove and black belt, I think. Maybe Hermes sandals, I'm not exactly sure. Fine. So let's head over to the weapon shop. Okay. Let's buy 2 burning fists. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm probably okay with that. Okay. Now that we've got 2, Let's go pick up our third. Alright, I should equip Espers after this. Alright, Esper, let's give you Madwin. And let's give Sabin Golem. So this is going to be a bit of a lengthy trek, unfortunately. Not the most exciting thing here. Basically, if you're looking at the minimap, we have to go all the way to the right up to that little point at the edge of Oblivion. Oh, I never looked at what that new blitz that Sabin learned was. I'm wondering if it was like the group heal or something. Alright, Chakra. Restores some HP to all other party members. That's RL, RL, up, down. Yeah, I never found myself using it that much, because I usually just... There were other characters that were better at healing than wasting Sabin's turn, but... It is what it is. Oh, look at that damage. It's slow, so then we have to go all the way back up, but it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna want this character, and it gives me a chance to, I guess, level up Celes and Sabin. So when you acquire new characters and they're added to your party, their level is set at a certain point that's relative to your current character levels, which basically means, like, you know, Sabin is 24, and he was 24 because Celes was 22. If I leveled up insanely to like level 50 and then I went to get the next character, they wouldn't be level 24. You know, they would be something relative to 50. So, you know, that's why some people will do a whole bunch of leveling right now, because you're basically, since you only have one or two characters, you know, you get a lot more XP for those one or two characters. And it's basically, in effect, leveling all the other characters you're going to pick up. Which I can certainly understand the merit of that. And if I didn't do my crazy endgame grind to 99, that's probably what I would do right now. But we're going to be just fine. Mobliz. Ah! Someone's coming! See ya, dogs. Best guard dogs ever. So yeah, let's follow the kid inside his home and pursue him into the basement. Of course. You're gonna have to fight your way in here. We can fight too, you know. Wait. Aha. Tara! Mama, are these people your friends? I'm so glad to see you're safe. I wanted to see you again. Tara, come with us. There's no saving this world unless we defeat Kefka once and for all. I know, but... I can't fight anymore. The very day the world collapsed, Kefka turned his light of judgment on this village. The adults, these kids' parents, they all died trying to protect their children. It's aimed right at us. Protect the kids. Mom! Dad! This is a village of children now. They clung to me from the moment I arrived. They needed me. You can't take Tara from us. Dwayne, please forgive him. It's just, if we lose Tara, we lose the only thing that's holding this village together. I don't know why these kids need me. It's not like there's anything forcing me to protect them. It's the strangest feeling. But once that feeling took root inside of me, I lost the strength to keep on fighting. I feel like I'm on the verge of understanding something important. It's hard to describe. But the harder I look for the answer, the more I lose my strength to fight. Yeah, so Tara is useless. Useless, I say. Help! Humbaba's coming! Oh, no! Not Humbaba. Humbaba, the ancient monster released from the depths of the earth by the cataclysm. I have to protect the village. Humbaba. Yeah, so no matter what you do in this fight, you will do 0 damage because she has lost her will to fight. Party has fallen. Oh, what? You thought there'd be a Final Fantasy game where you didn't have to purposefully die? Tara, wake up! Oh, here it comes. Alright, and now this is the real fight. I probably should have just hit him. I don't know why I'd go straight to Aura Cannon. We're definitely at a disadvantage since Celis doesn't know much magic. I think Sabin casting Bio is probably our best bet. But it's really not much different than his just regular attack. So maybe Golem might protect us from some of the physical attacks, and maybe Celis can start runicking. If that's a verb. Good. Okay, between Golem and Runic, we should be covered. Or not. Thanks, Celis. Alright, good, good. I guess I really don't have the strength to fight anymore. Mama, are you okay? I'm staying here. I wouldn't be any help to you now, and the children need me. But Tara... Maybe after a little more time has passed. I need to understand what's happening to me. Well. Thanks for scaring Humbaba away. This fell off the chain around his neck. Here, you can have it. Obtain Fenrir. He's just got Fenrir around his fucking neck. It's great. Huh. Well then. Tara doesn't want to go with. That's a bummer. Yeah. I was just reading to confirm. So yeah, there's we can't get Tara yet. Because we do have to come back later. We will get her eventually, but that was just sort of the setup. Which I don't think... I guess technically you could just not have done that now and just come back later and done the whole thing later. But that seems weird to me, and this is just what I've always done. So call it a habit. So now we have to go all the way back up, which is not a very interesting concept. Just give me a second here. Okay. It's like, it's not... Well, the video's not long enough for me to stop it. But I also don't feel comfortable using the fast forward button, even though you know what's going on here. It's not anything exciting. But it is what it is. This is what's involved when you play the game. So yeah, as you might imagine, one of our main priorities in this world is to get another airship. We need an airship because, as you probably glanced at the map and saw that there was, different continents. The airship is how we're going to get around. Now, once we do get an airship, I'm going to make it a priority. Which normally I don't make it a priority because it doesn't really bother me. But this time for the playthrough, I'm going to make it a priority to get to go to an area to get an item that allows you to avoid all random encounters as long as you have it equipped. Now, I always do like the item. It is always very nice. But for this thing, it's definitely going to be essential, so we can just cut down on all the time that we're going to be spending. What do we got? What do we got? You got 45% for that shit, 75% for Cura. Yep. Just, queue up a couple actions and check your email. You didn't die? Oh my god, what the hell? Holy water. Oh man, you're really pushing it. Alright, let's start smoke bombing. As much as I love to just show you a lot of random encounters, we have lives to lead. Alright, well, using a smoke bomb and killing them all is about the same time. Maybe a little bit longer, but horse apiece. Jesus, this encounter rate. Did they crank it up for the Game Boy Advantage or Game Boy Advance, or do I just have, like, rose-tinted goggles? Like, no, the encounter rate can't be that bad. Please just use your ability, man. I'm glad you're so eager to counterattack, but Jesus. Just counterattacks every single attack. We're so close. Oh my god, we're so close. This whole thing. Okay, we're in Nakia. Hey, aren't you were with the returners, right? Me too. I thought everyone else had been wiped out. I don't know if there's anything I can do for you now, but I did hear something you might be interested to know. Apparently, 4 espers escaped from that Magitech research facility not long before you guys snuck in there. There's no way of knowing if they're still alive, but if you could find them, I bet they would lend you their power. Yeah, so that's definitely not in the original version. So he must be, I don't know if he's alluding to some bonus content or if he's just like... Okay, it's a GBA exclusive. Alright, so he's talking about Leviathan, Cactuar, Gilgamesh, and Diabolos. Well, we'll find those eventually. That's all new content for me, so I'm kind of excited about that. Alright, let's hit up the inn. $150 per night. Well, good thing, the economy is still pretty much the exact same as it was before. There's no, like, hyperinflation or anything. Or hyper deflation, or like, wouldn't they try to, wouldn't they move away from the gil standard? Like, I'm sure a massive amount of gil was lost in the whole destruction, the apocalypse, and no one is like minting new gil, right? But enemies drop gil, so how does that make sense? Maybe gil is like slang for souls. Maybe it's like Dark Souls. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, Nakia, you can buy the enhancer, which is... I didn't even look at the blood sword, did I? Holy shit. It's got... Actually, maybe the walkthrough mentions it. Let me look. Let me look, I say. Okay. Yeah. Doesn't really say. Let me see. Let's search blood sword. Okay, he's not talking about the blood sword too much. Apparently we could have gotten the blood sword from a steal a long time ago. He doesn't have much to say about the blood sword. Okay. Anyways, the enhancer is good because it enhances your magic attack, or your magic damage, and that's good for Celis. Over here, we got diamond shields. We'll buy one of those for Celis. Diamond helm for Celis. Diamond vest would be good, but I don't got enough money. We gotta live with what we got. Live within your means and all that. Lost our old boss that day. He's feeding the sandworms now. We met Gerard here. No, not Gerard. Jared. Oh, okay, Jared. Or Garrett. I don't know. We'll go with Jared. Here in town. He's our new boss. Yeah? Head of that gang of thieves, Jared, was flirting with me. He's kind of handsome. By some freak chance, the dungeon ended up right next to a sandworm nest when the castle stopped. Crack opened up in the wall, so we crawled through and followed the worm tunnels back to the surface. We're gonna go into the castle through a secret cave that nobody else knows about. Boss wants to sneak into Figaro Castle to take back our booty. Got it all in a storeroom there. Alright, let's go. Ship's been chartered by the Crimson Robbers. Who is Gerard? Or Jared. What? What's your problem? Aren't you Edgar? So you may notice at this point that Jared is a anagram of Edgar. You know, not to mention he looks exact. It's the same sprite, but recolored. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll take this too, kid. Look, I'm kind of busy here. I have to get ready. We're leaving for Figaro on the ferry soon. Don't play dumb with me. Edgar, you didn't lose your memory, did you? Listen, it grieves me to have to disappoint such a beautiful lady. But I've been Jared since the day I was born. I've never met anyone else who'd flirt with a lady he was trying to shake off his tail. Being polite to ladies is common courtesy the whole world over. Is it now? You know the way into Figaro Castle quite well then, correct? Ho ho ho, do we ever? Then lead the way. I'll take charge once we're in. Okay, so we have crossed the ocean on a boat in pursuit of Jared, or Edgar, if you will. And so we end up here in South Figaro. I don't know if there's anything worth buying here. Let me just check. There's a golden spear. We don't need that. The armor shop. Oh, you can buy diamond armor here instead of diamond vests. I might do a little grinding. Couldn't hurt. Other than that, there's not much here. Okay. So we'll leave it off here. We will continue to follow Jared next time into Figaro Castle to see what he's up to, what's going on with him, and hopefully bring him back into our fold. But my name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy VI. I'll see you fine folks in the next part.